Screw piles. Our first step is to install the screw piles. In most of the cases, you will be able to use regular screw piles, but for some building areas and for second-story decks, we would advise you to get the counsel of an engineer for foundation design. Putting a screw pile in the ground is pretty straightforward. First of all, remove the nut to get the square off the bracket connecting with the pile to transmit the torque when you install it. Then cut a 2x4 about 2 to 3 feet long and put your weight on the screw while turning. Try to be as vertical as possible. Sometimes you'll need to break the first couple of inches of dirt with a pick or a shovel to help the screw pile to go into the ground. When the screw pile is halfway into the ground, you can add an extension and use a longer piece of 2x4, 5 to 6 feet, to get the pile to go into the ground. Then you can reinstall the bracket with the nut. Leave 1 inch between the nut and the underside of the bracket so that you have freedom to adjust the height later if necessary. Some extra tips. An efficient tip is to use the same bracket for all your screw piles. Then you only have to remove 1 nut as you turn all your screw piles into the ground. If the bracket stays locked on the screw pile, just hit it with a hammer to unlock it. Sometimes they get stuck. If the pile is not getting difficult to turn, use an extension to install deeper to ensure it is in solid ground. Please make sure you ask for dig tickets before putting in a screw pile. It can easily cut a gas line or damage a power or water line.